If you literally want the best keyboard sensitivity, the best settings for keyboard and mouse, and the best keybinds, just stick to the end of this video. I'm going to show all of it right now. As for controller people, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be doing controller in this video, but if you do want me to do a controller video, please, let's get 50 likes on this video. Let's go ahead and get straight into the video. Okay boys, since I'm going to be showing you sensitivity and keybinds, etc., I'm going to go ahead and just show you the best settings for FPS and input delay. So we go up here, obviously for window mode, you want full screen, it gives you lowest input delay, and it just feels the best. It gives you the most FPS as well. No full screen is the second best. It is actually not too shabby. It feels pretty good. There's not a huge difference between window full screen and full screen, but full screen is the most optimal for your game. Resolution, you want 1920 by 1080. If you do want more FPS or more smoothness, just drop down to 1280 by 720. I recommend 1600 by 900 because it's straight in the middle and you don't have to it doesn't have to look weird or anything. Frame limit, if you get 60 to 100, just cap it at 60 so you don't get dropping frames. Get anything above that, you can just test and see how it goes. You can copy my colorblind settings or whatever you want here, but it doesn't really matter. The 3D resolution, I have mine set on 98. It actually, whenever I put it to 99, it actually goes to 98, as you can see. If I go back in the settings, it goes to 98, but it actually gives you a lot more FPS and lowers your input delay by a lot, in my opinion. That's good to have just there. If you want it on 100, it's all good as well. That just gives you a little bit more extra FPS for your game, so you can be cracked at Fortnite. For textures, put them on low. You can put them on high if you want, but for me, I just like putting them on low. It just makes the game feel better, at least for me. You can experiment for yourself. View distance also on here, by the way. Mesh is high or low, it doesn't matter. High is more smooth, but low gives better input delay, but it just has a little bit more frame drops and it feels a bit more choppy in my opinion. Now for matchmaking region, you want it on your the one that is the lowest. Do not put on auto. Make sure it's selected on the one that is the lowest, just to make sure that you don't have any other problem. For movement right here, you can do toggle on sprint or whatever. I just do sprint by default just cause it helps me not having to press another key, so it's a lot easier by doing that. Auto open doors is also another key thing you need to have. It just helps a lot when fighting and in off spawn fighting. Also, you can just copy all the other settings here. Make sure you have disable pre-adoption and turbo building. It is honestly the best thing you can do for your game. And I'm gonna scroll down here, guys. You can just do whatever. Oh, record replays, you really want to be off because that's just really optimal for your game, so it doesn't have to record a replay in the background. It actually makes your ping better and lowers your input delay and makes your FPS increase. Your HUD scale, for lowest input delay, you can put it on 0, although you won't be able to see your health, but I put mine on 85 because it's a good size for me. You can change this based on your liking. Okay, now ladies and gentlemen, for the time you've been waiting for, here is the mouse sensitivity. I have a lock input method as mouse because I do use rooting double movement. For x-axis 3.8, for y 3.8, for targeting sensitivity 34, and for scope sensitivity 55. This will help a lot with just and also guys, I play 1600 DPI right here, 1600. This just is honestly one of the best sensitivities for my size of mouse pad, which I'll show you on the screen right now. Isn't the biggest, so it's really just good for me. So I have videos of trying like Tayson sensitivity, Jarian sensitivity, Buga's Clixes. So go ahead and watch those. Just scroll back on my channel, you can watch those to see if you actually think you'd like those sensitivities too. It was for sounds, you want sound quality on low. This increases FPS a little bit. Now guys, for the keybinds, now this is the important part I want to tell you guys. You don't have to copy mine, but if you do, you can. It doesn't really matter. I'm not gonna give you like actual keybind because what I want you to do right now, look at your hand. Everyone has a different hand size and some of your guys' fingers won't be able to reach the keyboard. As you can see here, my hand can basically go anywhere. My hand is decently sized. If you guys are younger, if you guys are like 7 to 10 or even like 10 to 13 or whatever, your hands definitely probably won't be as big as mine. Based on your fingers, guys, look around the keyboard of W, A, S, and D. I recommend your building binds to be very close to your W, A, S, D keys, as well as your editing bind. Those are the two main things you need to know. Just make sure those are next to there. So quick tip, having a mouse with mouse buttons is very helpful. I have like my cone and my launch pad button like on my mouse right here, so you can go ahead and bind that stuff. Talking about this, guys, I'm just gonna keep scrolling down so you guys can check binds and stuff. As you can see, all these keys like R, C, G, F, X are all close to the WASD keys. You don't want to have anything where you can't move around correctly or you can't jump correctly while you're building. So after you get these key binds done, I'm just gonna keep scrolling down. You're probably gonna want to just go into a creative by yourself and just practice free building. That's the only way, to be honest, how you get better at building and getting used to your binds. If you were looking for like set keybinds or something, honestly, you can go to whatever video, but those keybinds do not work for everyone because, like I said, your hand are different sizes. Go ahead and just find your own, because the best way to have your own keybinds is to just experiment on your own. Okay, boys, like I just mentioned, after you get your keybinds and your sensitivity, you're gonna be so shook, bro. You're gonna be like, bro, I don't even know how to play this. Like, I'm moving around, I can't do anything. It's gonna be very, very hard. So what I want you to do, guys, is load up a map. The code I'm using right here is the BHE no delay. So the code is right there if you want to go ahead and pause the video, put that in your map. Okay, boys, this is what the map looks like. And once you figure out your binds, the first thing I want you guys to do is just practice doing this. Just practice putting floors like this, going around. Just practice the movement of your fingers around your binds. You really just gotta get used to it. Once you're done with that, what I like to do is go ahead and do this, place that and that, because edit courses realistically don't help because all you're doing is editing. You're not even building. So you want to put the floor and the ramp and then try editing the ramp. And this really helps just practicing. If you just do this over and over again, you're gonna eventually build a muscle memory, and you're gonna be able to do this in a real game / in creative when you're fighting against someone. Okay, after that, guys, what you're gonna want to do is master the Mongrel Classic. It's one of the most basic moves, also one of the hardest in Fortnite history. If you don't know what that is, you just basically edit a wall, the 4 triangles with the 4 squares, or you can do a triangle like this. I don't recommend that though, because this just looks cleaner, helps you build muscle memory with your mouse to make a circle. So you want to do this and then put a ramp and you edit it just like that. Once you get comfortable with that, you just want to go like this. As you can see, I'm kind of doing triangle edits. You can practice both, but you're gonna eventually be fast enough click all these buttons at the same time, and that's when you'll know you can start working on doing cone placement. So for cones, guys, what I want you to do is just make sure you do this. Just keep placing cones like this, and once you got that down with your cone bind, you can start doing this where you edit the top 2, and if you can just start doing that many times in a row, that'll be very useful in fights and stuff. But yeah, just start out with like this. You can just do like a single tile edits like this. Keep going up and up and up and up. And once you do that, guys, you can start trying to do double edits and etc. As you can see, guys, obviously I got the muscle memory. So yeah, that's basically how I do my when I was switching my keybinds, that's what I did to get better. And eventually you can try doing a triple edit, which is definitely the one of the hardest, and I can't do it consistently and perfectly. You just gotta keep trying. So, and then finally, once you finally master that, you can start trying to do retakes, quad edits, whatever you want. Basically, you'll be a pro at Fortnite at them. And if you are a beginner right now, this is actually one of the best times to try and get better, because the skill gap is actually closing between players. There's not much that you can do mechanically that is coming new and stuff. So like, just practice a lot and you'll eventually get as good as the pros. I mean, obviously with practice. Everybody, hopefully this keyboard insensitivity video helped for you guys. If you guys did enjoy this video, please subscribe, turn on the notification bell, because I do upload every other day. If you are a beginner and this really did help you with the binds and everything I said, just comment down below. I really want to know if this helped you. So go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, subscribe, turn on the notification button. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.